Absolutely, it's an important development and a de-escalation. It's been very tense, the situation between the two NATO allies, the US and Turkey, over Manbij, which is this northern Syrian area very close to Turkey's borders. Now, President Erdogan said today that the Manbij roadmap has been put into action. He said, as we said, it would. Now, there's a backstory to this. There's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes. At the beginning of June, you had the Turkish foreign minister and his counterpart meeting to discuss this situation in Manbij. And at the end of that, they unveiled this roadmap that included 3 different stages. But the foreign minister also speaking today about the roadmap being put into action. He said the end goal here is to ensure that the YPG, this group on the ground backed by the US, withdraw completely from Manbij. So today what we've seen from local sources on the ground and what we've heard from the Turkish armed forces confirming that the Turkish military have been carrying out independent patrols with the US military around the area of Manbij, marking this first step on this roadmap.
Sarah, I remember at the time when that announcement that the deal had been made, that the YPG said that their military advisors would leave pretty much immediately. So has that already happened? And what happens from here on out in terms of these patrols?
Well, as I said, this roadmap has 3 stages. So this is just the first stage that we're seeing today as it's been announced, the Turkish military patrolling with the US military around this area. But you're right, the end goal is for the YPG, the SDF, those US-backed forces that have remained in Manbij, to leave the area completely. Just to give you an idea of why it's so important, I've been to the area over the last couple of months, and you had on one side of the area the US-backed forces and US military personnel holding the territory in Manbij, and just a little way away, a few kilometres away, you had Turkish-backed forces. So 2 forces backed by different NATO allies, eyeball to eyeball. It was a very tense situation. So this roadmap was looking to de-escalate that. And just to go a little bit further back, those forces on the ground, the YPG, the SDF, those are the Kurdish Syrian forces that the US armed and backed to defeat Daesh. Now, back in 2016, when that operation started, the Obama administration promised Turkey that they wouldn't allow the YPG, that Turkey considers linked to the PKK terror group, to hold that territory once the operation ended. In 2017, the operation against Daesh did end, and the US went back on that promise. It kept those forces on the ground. So what we're seeing now is the first step forward on this roadmap to actually de-escalating and getting the YPG out of the area, as Turkey has always said it wants to see.